D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So I just finished the season 4 finale of Star Trek Discovery. And how do I say this? Oh, yeah, I know how to say it. It sucked. This show sucks. This season sucked. I knew it would lead to a big nothing burger. The DMA was a nothing burger. The alien NC-17 alien race was a big nothing burger. This show is the worst. I mean, and shame on these writers. You know, there was an article. I can't remember exactly where it was, but it said that this show needs more crying, or no, more feelings, or no, it said more crying, less logic. And man, did they double down. They tripled down. They quadrupled down. Whatever, the highest amount of crying, no logic whatsoever. This show is terrible. And I was, it's so god awful. I don't understand how anybody could like it. I really don't. It's just bad. It's so bad. I was gonna say it later on, but I'll just say it now. Michael Kors said it best when he said this:
taste is something that you just can't learn.
So if you liked this show, that's what I have to say to you. You have no taste. Like, you have no taste whatsoever. Because this show and this episode was bad. I knew it was going to be bad. Because the problem with these writers is they come up with an idea. And the DMA wasn't like an overwhelmingly horrible idea. It just wasn't anything special. They do this every season now. There's one big thing that's going to destroy the universe. And we need Michael Burnham and the crew of nonsense to figure it out. And then the lead up to the big reveal, like they did last season with the burn, the big reveal of NC-17 and the DMA, the lead up, they get there. And then poof, it's nothing. It's like, what's that saying? It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Well, the destination in this case, it sucked. The journey, it sucked. It was terrible. And next season, I think they said it's going to be busted down. I can't remember how many episodes, like 10 or something like that. And good, because maybe they can not have episodes that drag on with a bunch of monologues of nonsense. And then they do this. They drag something on and they just wrap it up, in one episode, and they wrap it up in the weakest way possible. And I'm going to get to that nonsense. Oh my God. I cannot handle how bad this show is. I can't handle it. Again, I didn't take notes on this one. Usually I would take notes because I'm like, you know what, maybe I should just, try to, give you guys the full extent of what was said, who's who, all that stuff. No, I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to make the effort when the showrunners and the show writers of this show don't take the effort for me. Talent is not an issue here because there's no talent. Kirkman Trek is really just deplorable. I mean, it's so bad. I have nothing good to say. So I mean, and there, the ending. Oh, I got some stuff to say about that ending. The very last scene. Oh, I got some stuff to say. Okay. Now that I've stopped with that little rant, because if you're tuned in now, still you are. I hope you're excited to see what I have to say about this episode, because I'm not excited to go back over this episode, but I have to now, okay? And I know you're all like, if you don't like it, why do you keep watching it? Listen, stop asking me this question. I don't like it, but I have to watch it. A, because it's Star Trek, and B, it's the funniest show on TV right now. Now that Batwoman's over with, it's the funniest show on TV, so I have to watch it because I get a good chuckle. That last scene, man. Tell you what. All right. I'm going to get started on this breakdown. But before I do, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm. Small channels like mine, we always get shoved to the back of the line. So I please ask that you like, share, and subscribe. And I thank you in advance. So now that I'm done with that scripted part, that script right there was better than this whole show. Anyways, so it starts off with the Federation base traveling through hyperspace trying to get to Earth, and they're all what is her name? Tilly. She's not lost any of that weight. Anyways, she's telling her cadets, hey, get ready for when we get to Earth, we're gonna have to get all these people off Earth and Titan because it's going to get destroyed. So just get prepared. So there's the moon and there's Earth, and they're getting everybody off the Earth. And each one of these little decks is like a pod and it can break off. And this one, I think it said it goes to Navarre or whatever, because they're trying to get as many people off as possible. And I'll talk about how many they get off because it's not very many. And so they're sitting here. It's a lot of jabber, jib about ships coming in and helping out. And he's all like, that's, Tilly's all like, well, what about the USS nonsense? They just finished on Titan. They can come over and help. He's like, that's a great idea. And I'm all like, you need Tilly to help you. That captain should be there already. Anyways. And he's like, they're only going to get like, I think 400,000 off of the Earth. And this guy's like, hold on. This is how he talks. Cause he's like, gosh, that's how you can get off of there. And that's all they can fit. And I'm like, yeah. So then the crew of Discovery is trying to get out of the orb that they're stuck in, which later on we find out they're not in an orb, which I'm all like, hey, dummies, And I also want to say NC-17, this race of giant whatever they are, they're so dumb. For being an advanced species, they're pretty dumb. And we're going to talk about it when we get to it. When we get to their little combo at the end. They're so stupid. Like everybody involved in this show. Anyway, so they're sitting here and the NC-17 have sent orbs after Book's ship. And Tarka, he's all like, where's your little thing that changes the shape of the ship so we can evade these orbs? And he's like, I'm not going to help you. And he's all like, if you don't help me, they're going to capture us. And don't you want to go home and everything? And I'm all like, yeah, if you mean heaven, then at this point, I'd rather die than watch this show. Stupid. And when I say that, I don't want to die. I mean, Book. He's like, I'd rather die than be on this show anymore. So anyway, these two are sitting here, chatter, chit, chat. And Tig Notaro, which I love Tig Notaro, but Tig Notaro is just playing Tig Notaro in this. She's not playing a Reno. She's just being Tig Notaro, which I love Tig Notaro. Her comedy makes me laugh so hard. She's great. But she wasn't great in this episode. And she's all like, when we hit the barrier, we'll just explode instantly. He's like, how is that helpful? And she's all like, she's like, we'll avoid pain. I don't like pain. Trying to add some comedy to this. Oh, before this, so Captain Burnham has ordered all of the delegates to get to this little meeting space because she's going to make an announcement that one of them helped and they're in trouble. And so she's all like, don't you think we should do this privately? And she's like, no. She's like, we need to get this done now. And so General, I went the wrong way. General, bitch face, she comes out and she's all like, that won't be any need. I helped them. And she's like, you helped them? Why? And she's all like, you guys were gone. We need to do, I'm all like, and I'm telling you right now, and I'm just going to spill the beans now. I told you last episode or the episode before that, the last episode, that there was going to be no repercussions for her actions. And there is none. There's no repercussions. Treason. And she is a-okay. Everything's good to go. And it just goes to show you that's how it is in this new track. It's just nonsense, right? So there's that, she's good to go. So they confine her to quarters, not the brig, because you want to be nice to traders, you want to treat them like family, because they are. Oh, she gets the royal treatment, trust me. She's treated like a good old girl, like a buddy and everything. So now they're sitting here and they get a message. No, they're trying to send a message to the NC-17, and they have stopped all communication and everything. And so the president of Navarre, she's all like, maybe I could mind meld with them and communicate with them telepathically. And he's all like, oh, that's dangerous. You've never done that with another species like this. It's so dangerous. And I'm all like, and then they're like, well, we have no other choice. Okay, dude. And so she does. And you get this weird windy blow thing where she's like, she's seizuring and everything. And she collapses. They're like, break it off and everything. And she's like, they don't trust us. I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. And she's all like, something about, I think they tell her that we're not in an orb and everything. So then they're back there and she says something along the lines of like, we're not in an orb or something like that. I don't know. I don't care. And everybody leaves because she's like, let's give them some space. And he's all like, you naughty baby did a no. But when you get done, recovering and this is all over and everything's good to go, I was hoping we could lose our virginities to each other. And she's like, I would like that. So then back on the ship, Book finds this bracelet. And this bracelet is basically a doggy door, but for his cat. But it's teleporter for the ship. Because, reasons. Anyways, and they're working on it. He's like, we're going to go home. We're going to go to that other universe. And you're going to see, Quajon and all the people there. And she's all like, it won't be Quajon. It won't be them. It'll just look like them. They're gone. And she's, and she talks about how it's like, they may want their sandwich cut in a triangle and exactly two pickles on the side, describing her wife, which is great. And he's all like, I never said it would be them. It would just look like them. And they're like, your little fish boy is gone. And I just want to be all like, first off, what's going on here with this? Because they're wrapping this storyline up of Tarka, the bad guy. And they're doing it real quick because they need this to go away. They just needed him for like a handful of episodes. They needed him to make Book the quasi villain because they needed his ship. And it's just, sorry, I need this caffeine to get pumped, because the show is like so draining. Long story short, the fish boy is dead, apparently, because, he's all like, he made it to the other universe. And I'm all like, okay, and everything. And now he's all like, no, he's dead. And I'm all like, is he though? You guys have explained nothing. This is what I'm talking. It's lazy writing. All around. The show is god awful. So then he's, and everything. So then back on the ship, these two have figured out that they can get out of wherever they're stuck in by using the mycelial network. But if they do that, it's going to be destroyed. And then they will have to warp drive all the way home, which will take them decades. So they're basically, they're like a death sentence for them kind of thing. Yay. And she's like, do it. So then they're all like, let's do it. So then back on the ship, they use the doggy door in just a second. And then so they do that and it blows stuff up, but they get out and they start heading towards Book and Tarka. They're like, we're gonna stop them. Let's do this, guys. Book punches Tarka when he gets out. and he gets the thing going or whatnot. And then and they beam Reno on board. And she's all like, yeah, we need to stop. But he's try to stop him and everything. And hold on. Oh, back on Earth. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get through this crap. I didn't write it down. Sorry. You don't care either. I promise. You don't care. So then back on Earth, there's asteroids coming in because of the wave. It's started. And they're just trying to shoot the asteroids and everything and get all the people, get as many people off Earth as they possibly can. So, back on the ship. Okay, so here's what's going down. I forgot to mention this. Let's go back real quick. So they figure out that they're going to need to ram Book's ship. And or they're going to need to figure out how to get Book's ship to stop it or whatnot. And the president suggests General Bitchface here. And because she's a great tactician or some crap like that. Who cares? They needed her because, reasons. So she comes in and says a lot of nonsense, a lot of gobbledygook that you're just like, okay. And they're like, we need a great pilot. So then, but this is a suicide mission. They literally said this is a suicide mission. Like there's no coming back from this because they won't be able to get a lock on the transport. They won't be able to transport them back. Owashaku said that, and they're dead. They're gonna die. So then Dittmer stands up and she's like, I'm ready, Captain. And I was at this point, I was like, you know what? Good on Discovery, because they're putting like actual like characters that are in the bridge at risk, and she's gonna die because they killed off Robot Girl season 2, but so what? And Dittmer, you've kind of got to know her this season and everything. She had a messed up relationship with her dad, and who cares? But no, there's no. It's this one. She's gonna sacrifice herself. So I'm like, good, die. Nobody likes you. You are a traitor. But don't worry, guys. Because she's so good at everything flying. Because reasons. And the script needed it to happen. Don't worry, guys, she survives, even though her ship completely explodes. Because they can't get a lock on. Can't get a transporter lock on. So then back on Earth, they make everybody go away. And this guy's going to sit here and keep firing at the asteroids to try to help and everything. But Tilly decides she's going to stay. And so then back on here, he's all like, I'm sorry, but there's no way of stopping it. It's already happening. It's happening. There's no way to stop it. He's like, I don't have time to stop it. It's happening, And he's all like, I just, wanted to go home to see my fish boy lover. Or whatever it was, whatever was going on between them. I don't even know. And they don't explain anything. Oh, this show frustrates me. Okay. So then this little idiot, she flies her ship into Books. Oh, that, and then the bright lights, and then explosion. Look at that. Just look at that. You're telling me, oh, she survived. You're telling me she survived that? How? And they don't explain it. How? Okay. What do you mean? Come on. Her ship is gone. It is obliterated. And she survives. Why? Oh, she's, the second coming. Reasons. The script needed her to. Because reasons. What's going on? More feelings, less logic. That's how this show works. Because you can't kill a secondary, useless character. So then everything's all messed up, but he's like, listen, I can't stop it. We're still gonna hit we're gonna die, dude. And I can't get you out of here. We can't transport you out of here. But we can say that fat girl that just ran into our ship. They can save her though. Anyways, so so stupid. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so then he's all like, listen, I can transport you out. I can transport you out of here, but Awashakun couldn't transport the pilot of. All right, so then he transports him to save him. He's like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Bye. So then it goes into the thing, and she's all like, any life signs? And they're like, no life signs. And she's like, my book. I'm never gonna get that long D. You're gonna learn today. You know, this long dick, not anymore, because he's dead. Or is he? So these two, they're all like doing their best, but they're like, let's have a drink because we're screwed. And they're talking about regrets. He regrets not having a better relationship with his daughter. And I'm all like, well, that's on you, dude. You should have taken some R&R and stuff and got to know her. I don't remember what Tilly says, but I don't care. Neither do you, because it's nothing. It's a big ball of nothing. She probably did those Kelpian words of wisdom. It is difficult to ride two veil beasts with only one set of buttocks. Yeah, she probably gave him those words of wisdom before they, were gonna die, but they don't die. What happens here? Oh yeah, so then they send another orb, and Burnham's all like, tell everybody to meet in the docking bay because they need to see this. Why? I don't know. So they head into this little place, and everybody's there. Not everybody, but the bridge and then the delegates. And here come these stupid little creatures. They kind of remind me just of the creature of the faculty. Remember that squid creature with their little tentacles? That's probably what it is. They probably just stole that, and then we're just like, just add some lights onto the front of it, and then we'll say it's NC-17, So then they go in here and they're going back and forth, and they're like, what's going on here? And they're like, listen, we want what you want, but your DMA is destroying planets. We need to stop it. And they're like, what about the people that came with you that tried to destroy us? And she's all like, one of them was bad. The other one was led down the wrong path by the bad guy, and we're one, but we're individuals, and brotherhood, friendship, equality, all that nonsense. It was a big load of nonsense. It's like, your DMA is destroying places. Can you please shut it off? And then he's like, they shut it off. They said they're going to shut it off. And they do. They shut it off magically. And oh yeah, he was. And then they're all like, and then everything. And they're so happy. And she's crying. And the aliens are all like, you should be happy. Why are you sad, Michael? Tell us, even though we don't care. And she's all like, the one that was led down the wrong path is my one love. And you're all like, great. And then they teleport him back, and she's like, get that. I'm going to learn today. I'm going to get that long dick. You know what I'm saying? So he's all like, he survived. And they stopped the teleportation process and then held it in limbo. And then he's all like, you stopping the DMA is not good enough. You can't. And they're like, well, we need it to do this little bubble to protect us. And he's like, this wall is not going to help you. Walls are bad. Open borders and all this nonsense. And he's all like, glowy forehead. Come on, I glow forehead too, like you guys. Quajon United and everything. And then they're like, we're going to make this better. We're going to do better. We're going to build back better. Anyways. And then these two are like, yay, we're saved. Drinks up. I wonder what they were drinking, what alcohol. And then they turn down the thing and teleport them back to their own galaxy. And back on Earth, they're celebrating. They're dancing around. Tilly shows up and they're like, oh my God, Tilly, have you lost weight? No. And they're having their celebration. These two finally lose their virginity. Oh no, they're like, I don't know what they say here, but they finally lose their virginity. They're like, I think it's time. that we consummate this relationship. I want you to break my hymen with whatever you got going on with you. I don't even know how that would work. How do they procreate? Like, is it like humans? Like, they don't, it doesn't even matter. Anyways. So then these two come together and she's all like, I said you weren't ready to be the captain of the Voyager before. She's like, but now you're ready for whatever reason. And she's like, I'd still turn it down. And girl power, you're so strong and independent. And she's like, what's going to happen to my dude? She's all like, yeah, he's got to answer for he has to answer for, the man has to answer for his traitorous wrongdoings. Oh, but the woman gets away with it 100% because, female empowerment and everything. Oh God, I hate this show. So she's back here. There's a little guard here. I don't know if you can see it. It might be a little too dark. I didn't brighten it. But she's like, can we have a moment? And I'd have been, if I was the guard, I'd be like, no. But they sit here talking. They're all laughing. He's like, remember that time that, you took this long dick? You're going to learn today. All right. Anyway, so they're like laughing. And then she's like, I don't know when I'm going to see you next. Probably next season because, we can't get rid of you. Or maybe they will because he's, a man. And they're going to send him to Europa. Probably, he's probably going to, get freed. Because you can't hold people accountable whatsoever. So then she goes on this long tirade about how people are gonna go and see. They're like, oh, Bryce is gonna. We get it right here. We get the poor man's Bryce because Bryce was better looking and everything, probably taller too. These two, they go to Earth to get some real Maui or whatever he says, and I don't know what they say. He's like, I can't believe you did this for me. What did he do for you? What did he do? Schedule a vacation? Like it's hard in this universe. You just teleport down. These two, it looks like they've done the deed. They've deflowered each other, if you will, while they look at Saru's flowers. And she's like, that was the best night of my life. And he's all like, I know. Gave you that Kelpian, my Kelpian Felbies. This one gets taken away. And then, okay, so then they're all sitting. Look, there's General Bitchface. So they're all sitting here waiting for the president of the United Federation of the Earth Federation or whatever. Okay. And so there she is. She survived. How? No explanation. Book survived, but they explained it because the alien race, which, okay, hold on. Oh, I forgot to talk to you about the alien race. We need to go back. No, we're not going to go all the way back. I'm just going to leave it right here, but I'll tell you about, okay. So the alien race is all like, next time we do anything, well, before we get rid of the demon, we'll scan for intelligent life. And I'm like, you're so advanced, but you can't scan for intelligent life beforehand. What? And they're like, we didn't know what we were doing. And I'm like, how are you this advanced and so stupid? How? What is going on? No. Ooh, the writers of this show are awful. And they're sitting in this writer's room just going all like, what if they don't know that they're destroying planets? And like, Shelby, you are so amazing. Where did you go to school? I got my doctorate in gender pillow cushions at USC. I don't know. Anyway, so they're sitting here waiting for the president of the United Federation. And guess who shows up? It's Stacey Abrams, the governor of Georgia. That's right. So she is the president of the United Federation or the United Earth Federation or whatever. Finally, an election she could win. Yay, Stacey Abrams, you won an election in a made-up world. Good for you. And no joke, the entire time Stacey Abrams was on screen, I got that look that she got when President Biden was talking to her. This look right here. The whole time she was on screen, I was just like, that was the look I had the whole time. I was just like, you got to be fucking kidding me with this. So Stacey Abrams gets off. She's like, thank you so much for everything you've done. She's like, General, are you doing okay? And she's like, I had a little bit of a rough spot there. And she's like, please don't have any more rough spots. She's like, sure thing, President, and everything. You go, girl. You go, girl. High fives. Yeah, girl power to the max, independent womans and everything. And you're all like, didn't this bitch just like do treasonous things? She even said it was a complete betrayal last episode. But she survived because girl power, woman power, and she's forgiven because no accountability whatsoever. I wouldn't have joined the Federation if I was in this world. I'd be like, no, you don't hold your traitors accountable. Like they all get pardoned because they're strong women. What she did was brave. She stepped out of the box. Anyways, she's like, Captain, can I have a word? And you're like, okay, why? And she's like, it must be so difficult for you to be in this future where you're from a place where there's a federation and Earth didn't separate from the Federation. It must be so hard for you. Feelings, emotions, bad acting. And I don't know why I'm talking to you because I needed this acting credit. She's like, thanks, Prez. And then she gives this long-winded thing about how we're going to go to the stars or some nonsense. And you get a picture of Earth. And that's the end of the episode. And like I said before, and I'll just say it again, if you liked this season, I am going to say to you again what Michael Kors said.
Taste is something that you just can't learn.
You have no taste. You have no taste whatsoever. You have no taste whatsoever. You obviously like me, not even this is less than mediocre writing. It's less than mediocre. It's bad. It's no good. They don't explain anything. They have these long drawn out story plots that they wrap up within 5 minutes of their last episode. And it's garbage. It's pure garbage. And this is, like I said before, I've said it before and I'll say it again. This is not a science fiction allegorical adventure show. This is all about people and their feelings and getting over their hurt feelings and their trauma. And that's all it's about. It's all it's about. Okay. Discovery is missing a family unit. It's missing the maturity that Star Trek has, and it's missing the humanity that Star Trek has, because it's all about your feelings, about how you feel, about how you're misrepresented, all this stuff. It's not about logic, science. There's like it's just bad. It's bad. And again, if you like this show, you have no taste. I'm gonna stand by that. I'm gonna double down on that. You have no taste, and you like garbage shows like this one. I mean, and yeah, I hope I listen. The next season, I have no hope for it because this season sucked. It's just bad. Yeah, I can't even. I don't know what else to say that I could possibly say that would make any of this more palatable. Yeah, that's all I got to say. This show is deplorable in every sense of the word. And these people should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed. And if you liked it, you should be ashamed of yourself. I don't care. I don't care. You should be ashamed of yourself if you liked this. 100%. Okay. All right, you guys, that's all I got. I'm going to wrap this sucker up because, I'd rather live my life. I would sit here and talk more, but I'm just going to keep living my life and everything. But tell me what you don't tell me what you thought about this. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, by all means, tell me. I want to hear. But if you liked it, I don't care. I don't want to hear about it. Don't leave your comments at the door. You just go away. Just go away because I don't care. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. You know, I won't mind. And you're probably going to hit the dislike button if you're one of those people. But if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my Star Trek Season 4 review. You guys have a good day. Live long and prosper. Bye.